It's a town right next to the Pacific Ocean and a town famous for having water tower after water tower. But the vast majority of those storage structures were converted to business facilities decades ago. So now the town finds itself treasuring every drop.
2-minute showers, wash your hair once a week.
It's one of the most historic droughts we've seen since 76, 77.
Superintendent Ryan Rhodes manages the community's groundwater, which is not an easy task since there's no centralized municipal water system. Demand is usually met by 420 privately owned wells, many of which are now drying up.
This residence here recently submitted an application to drill a replacement well, citing water problems and a lack of water in their old shallow hand dug well. This residence right here on the corner recently reported not only having a dry well and having to purchase water. She claimed she's showering only one time per week.
Many businesses are scrambling and even shortening hours.
We were running water to fill up our sinks inside, and rather than just letting it go down the drain, we captured it in a bucket, and I watered all the plants out here this morning.
Patterson's Pub has put a 3% water fee on customer bills to help cover extra costs, including doubling their storage capacity with an 11,000-liter tank, about 3,000 gallons, which gets purified with this device called an ozonator.
Fortunately, many years ago, drilled a very deep well, and it's held up so far, but all of my neighbors are dried up, so they have no water.
The supermarket next door has brought in porta potties to save water. In the parking lot, we also find a local resident working for the company GoSun, which sells machines that produce water by capturing it from the moisture in the air. Another sign of the droughts are the dry, parched soccer fields at local schools. It just doesn't make sense to continue to water these grounds when so much water is needed to meet the demands of the community. The local high school is selling some of its water reserves to the community at rates Rhodes says are practically like giving it away. That's a far cry from the hefty prices many residents are having to pay for private deliveries from out of town.
Here you go, your water delivery guy. We see these trucks rolling through town every day, multiple times a day. We need immediate action and we need solutions right away. And all ideas are still on the table. We're still discussing desal, large-scale dehumidifiers, drilling new wells, looking at surface water sources, water by rail coming from Willits, water by barge from the Bay Area, even the proposed idea of a CAL FIRE training where the helicopters come in and scoop waters out of local ponds.
Rhodes says reducing the cost and distance of truck transports currently offers the most hope, though he says in the long run, it's about addressing global climate change and making better use out of the precious water they have.